Hello.
Hey man, good afternoon. How's it going? Or good evening, I should say.
Good evening. Yeah, not too bad, mate. I'm all right. I'm just chilling. I just got back from work and made some burgers from scratch and did some washing up. I made a hot chocolate. Having a stress and trying to find Fantasy 7 remake. Because I just made accidentals with PS4. That's been all right. But yeah, I'm okay, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Still not smoking cigarettes. Had a tribunal today, which went okay-ish. What was there? How have you been, man? I haven't spoken to you the last couple of days. Well, have you been staying at your place, or?
Yeah, I haven't really been staying anywhere else, mate. Yeah, I've just been working and coming home and not really doing a lot. Pretty shit-faced on Friday night, and then I've worked till 11 on Saturday, so yeah, so Matt came around and I got really fucking pissed, and went to work in the morning. That's quite funny. I was like still really fucking had to been in, and I started taking the piss out of me, and it was quite funny. But yeah, right, yeah, I've been fine really, mate. I've been pretty good.
Okay. There's a helicopter outside. I think that's my lift. That's cool, mate. What's the weather been like in Bristol? You've been keeping warm and stuff. What's your coat and shoe situation like?
Yeah, good, mate. I've bought some new shoes about 3 weeks ago, so they've been keeping me pretty good. And I've got that nice fat sort of brown jacket I bought from H&M about this time last year. Back in about January or something when I went out shopping with Miriam one day. So that's keeping me pretty cushy. I'm all wintered up. Let's buy some more jeans. I've only really got like one proper pair of jeans, so let's buy some more jeans and probably buy some more shoes. But yeah, I've got a gym membership as well. I haven't really been going very much. Didn't go through last week, but I've been like a couple of times.
Which one is it?
Gym. Just the one just next to Baba Ganesh in St Paul's. It's actually quite good, so because of COVID as well. They've got all the cardiovascular shit, all the running machines and all that. And there's massive sports all next door. So they've just got all the weight stuff in one room. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, so that's been alright, mate. I haven't really done anything interesting particularly. Should want to start making some music, so but my laptop decided to give up the ghost on me the other day, so I can't do any production, but still got my guitars, so still make some music that way.
What's wrong with your Samsung?
But yeah, I don't know, mate. I just want to switch it on and I've got to type in that BIOS password, so I type in a little BIOS password and it just doesn't load. It's just got this blank screen and a white cursor, dip, dip, dip. It just doesn't do anything. Just turned it off and on, pressed F, held F5 or whatever for recovery, and went through and just nothing happened. It's just flip. And I was like, oh shit. But it's not the end of the world, and it's quite old. To be fair, I've had it for pretty much about 10 years, so I've had it since I was in sixth form. So
it's solid though, mate. It's quite a decent laptop, that one. I mean, I know it's a good workhorse, mate.
The internet, yeah, it is, but the internet, because the internet's quite crap in my house anyway, but it doesn't even pick up the internet in my room. I couldn't even use it in my room, which is kind of shit. So I just kind of need a new laptop anyway. One that's a bit more modern and updated.
Just a second,
mate. Yeah, literally. Oh no! What was it?
Hello.
Hello.
Sweet. That was just a member of staff coming over to give me multivitamin tablet.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I had a tribunal today, but the solicitor, there was a couple of big problems with it. Basically, my solicitor, I got instructed by, remember I said there was that cannibal woman, I've eaten her, Anita Hare, who came and met with me in August when I was fucked on those AccuPhase injection things. I spoke with her for a bit, and she basically, I instructed her and signed over the documents so she could represent me, right? But then she ignored me for quite a few weeks, and I couldn't get hold of her. and then she said she was in Poole, Dorset, which sounds a bit like cannibal. And then
Does it? Yeah.
yeah, which I'm sure has got no reason, no relation to why she said it, and I'm sure they won't find that her details are in any way connected.
Yeah.
to
Anyway, get to
staff
the point,
here
mate. Go on.
who've been serving up human meat in the canteen and pretending to be solicitors whilst also holding somebody.
Yeah, Brody, mate, get to the point, please. Please get to the point.
So after about 4 weeks of ignoring me, she just handed my case over to this other woman called Emma Kent, whose name sounds like I'm a cunt. If you remember, I said to you correctly, I've eaten her, I'm a cunt, and A Markham, which also sounds a bit like I'm a cunt.
Yeah.
Well, but it turns out, like I said to you, mate, it was a funny story because 2 of them were actually registered with the SRA, and 1 of them wasn't. But I had the tribunal today, which we did over the
Hello, sorry?
yeah, so I had a tribunal today, which basically was just me and the clinical manager here and a laptop with a bunch of people on it. So we did it as like a Zoom meeting. But they had this other woman, Emma Kent, who was online at the tribunal. And she basically didn't have written permission.
Come grab a few things.
You pretending not to listen, or like does that make it a bit
No, no, great sharp, mate. I'm just having conversations with other people that are here in the room. Just slamming over bushes, come back, grab a few things. But anyway, yeah, I am listening, so I'm just, yeah. But yeah, so it didn't go the way you planned, basically. And you thought it was all sus. And
well, no, basically, I had a solicitor, but then she ignored me, and she wasn't registered on the SRA, the Solicitors Registration Authority, which I thought was a little bit dodgy. And then after that, I had a meeting with the solicitor at the tribunal today, but she wasn't. Basically, I hadn't even given her written permission to represent me. And then they adjourned for a bit. I did mention to them that last year they hadn't had any legal scrutiny papers, which is extremely relevant. And then they also said that there was some other issues with some things which happened. Wait a second, mate. There's some staff talking here, and they're basically definitely doing that so that I don't upload the call, so it's a breach of confidentiality.
Yeah,
so I'm just going to call you back.
I prefer if you didn't upload any calls. Whatever. Yeah, I'll
they
speak
know,
to them.
they know I use a call recording app, and they're all going to do birds.
Yeah, Brady. They've gone. Whatever, mate. Okay, cool.
Anyway, I had a tribunal. I could have got discharged from my section. But they all said at the beginning, has Brody got consent to select a solicitor, which basically they opened with the opening gambit is, has Brody got consent to decide his own solicitor? There's no reason why I wouldn't have. It is completely absurd.
You just don't understand the mental capacity works, Brady, clearly. That's just them doing a mental capacity assessment on the spot. They're just going through the motion. They have to say that.
Well, my responsible clinician said, yes, I do. Obviously, got mental capacity to choose a solicitor. That's all it is, Connor. To choose a solicitor. So
I know, but it's just
I want
that's fine
to represent me or that firm. The firm I'm dealing with have been absolutely shit. And yeah, they basically. After I put it to them that they had no legal right to section me, and they hadn't been providing me with the section papers, even though I've asked them like for days and days and days to provide my Section 3 papers, and it was investigated by the Mental Health Act Administrator last year, who found that there was 4 times they'd missed the section papers being submitted properly. I put that to them, and then after 10 minutes, I basically spoke to them for about 20 minutes on the laptop, went out the room, and when I came back in, they just said, oh, actually, we've all made a unanimous decision that you don't have capacity to choose a solicitor. So it's like my solicitor had fucked up. The woman, Emma Kent, that was online, had basically, I'd never given her any written permission to represent me whatsoever. The person who was...
no one needs to represent you, buddy, to make a mental capacity act decision.
Yeah, you're getting confused, mate.
I'm not. You're getting confused. I know, mate. I used to work in this. I know what I'm talking about.
So what I had today was a tribunal hearing, like under the Mental Health Act. So if you have a tribunal hearing,
Yeah.
If you didn't have mental capacity, you couldn't have a tribunal hearing and represent
That's not
yourself.
true at all.
Yes, it is. So if you didn't have mental capacity to make your own decisions, right, because you were unwell, then you wouldn't be able to represent yourself at a tribunal, and you wouldn't be able to necessarily choose a solicitor. You need a social worker to help you choose legal support. Make sure you choose the right solicitor, not some, two-bit yokel from down the road.
Closing the back door. Yeah. Carry on.
But anyway, they just said that they adjourned the whole meeting and just said that the tribunal was, after they'd all said yes, everyone here said, yeah, Brodie's obviously got capacity to choose his own solicitor. Like, he knows the Mental Health Act better than most of us. The doctor who was online after I first spoke said that I made he said you made a very, very good, clear and concise case, and he seemed to agree with everything that I'd said. But yeah, basically they haven't got the paperwork to section me here, and they haven't got the solicitor that they had online didn't have written consent to represent me, and the firm had neglected me and had done some pretty serious things, including having a member of staff that had visited me in hospital multiple times, taken written instruction to represent me legally in a court of law, who wasn't registered with the SRA, which is a pretty fucking serious thing. It's a bit like driving without a license. Like, you don't be a solicitor unless you're registered with the SRA. It's one of those things. So anyway, they basically just tried to say that because my solicitor fucked up, I haven't, and they all realised they didn't have a leg to stand on, and it looked fucking awful. They realised that it was just a complete fucking joke, and it was just going to make them all look like total cunts. So they just decided to try and say that I was too crazy to choose a solicitor, rather than that the solicitor had fucked up. Also, there was my care coordinator.
That sounds pretty. It does sound a bit fucked up, mate.
Yeah, there was my care coordinator, Maria Buckley, who I've tried to phone 10 times in the last month, and some fucking tart over at Taunton Community Mental Health Team keeps being told to make ridiculous excuses to explain why she's not there, and she was there as well. I'd sent an email saying that I didn't want to speak with her at all at any point, which she just completely ignored. I sent an email saying I want to contact her 10 times. I don't want to speak to her anymore. It's fucking shit. But anyway, mate, yeah, that was my bench tribunal today. I mean, everything else was not that bad. Tell me some more about how you're feeling, mate, and what's happening with you. Is there anything you want me to do apart from giving you 100 million quid? Like, tell me what's
apart from giving 100 million quid minus a million.
What do you need?
just my 100 quid would be really helpful.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Apart from that, mate, there's not really anything.
Unless I buy lottery tickets, and that'll get me fucking struck by lightning. I can't, sorry, mate. As much as I wish I could.
Yeah, whatever.
It's about the only thing I can't do, unfortunately. Aside from money, mate, if there is other things.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Anyway, No, there's nothing that I need that you can do, but I appreciate the sentiment.
I literally don't have any money, mate. I've been living off of soup because obviously, like, I don't really want to eat.
Why don't I have any money? I thought you get your benefits money.
Because I've been trying to spend it on things that I need to survive, mate. But like,
fair enough.
I fucked up really badly and left all my passwords in my fucking in my bag in my room the other day. And I'm pretty sure the staff went in and stole them. And yeah, they've been like sat in my office.
I don't think they did. Okay.
They literally sit in an office like 10 meters away from where I am, just like all hacking into my computer and deleting all the files, like, constantly. It's like, just like the whole place is just like, I expect people to write a book about it. It's probably like one of the most appalling atrocities that's ever happened in British medical history. Like any hospital anywhere, it's got to be one of the worst things. But I know that's not what you want to hear.
I doubt that very much, Brodie. But
yeah,
well, it's just not true, isn't it? But
how are you feeling yourself? Have you spoken to? Have you spoken to at all?
Yeah, I did speak to Jess and basically sort of told her to be mates and kind of called it off and was like, well, not kind of, definitely called it off. And was like, yeah, so I haven't been seeing her or really speaking to her. But yeah, that's about, that is really, mate. I've just literally, mate, I've been doing fuck all. I've just been out working and then like coming home and just getting rebates, or I've been working quite a lot of evenings. So he goes to bed quite late. I find it quite hard to just like do nothing when I get back and like go to my room. And that's really what I should do. I've made my room quite nice and cozy now. It's like quite a nice space to be in, and to do the bigger TV actually. I definitely do having a bigger TV. It's quite a small TV. Might do that actually at some point. But if my credit score was better, actually, I'd probably get on a fucking AO on finance. But
someone fucking deleted my account. Yeah, I was going through my emails yesterday, and like someone's deleted all of the emails from my email account, and they've completely deleted my AO account. And when I went on the AO website, it was just like the website's under construction. Like so was V12. But we can buy James's TV. If James, I mean, he probably won't sell it back now, but you can buy the TV.
Mate, James doesn't get a part of that TV, mate. Trust me, that's not going anywhere, mate. He literally just won't sell it. He's just like, nah, like, I'm just not going to take money for it. Like, thank you so much. Thank you.
What have you got?
Yeah, like, he just won't. A cup of tea. She's got cookies. And she's got cookies. Good stuff. Now have a cookie, please, don't I? Oh, one cookie. Right. Yeah, go on then, cheers. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't been doing a lot, mate. Oh, actually, I did have quite a good day. This Wednesday just gone, because Wednesday's normally my day off. So I had quite a good day. I met Matt for lunch, went into town. Well, we went actually, where did we go? Then I'm going to, we went down to like the waterfront by like, and I guess at the V shed. I went to that place next to that, like Revolution de Cuba, but it was all like quite expensive. It was all like very Mexican-y. I was like, nah, not really a big fan of Mexican food, to be honest. I like Spanish food, but not Mexican food. And so we had lunch and then went back up to mine. I got on my bike and I met this woman who I used to work with at Bradley House. I've got on with quite well. She's like a bit older, she's like 40 or something, but she's safe, but she's really sound. So went out to our yard and like chilled and had a coffee and stuff, and like chilled her house next to that, and then took her to Easton and when I met this Spanish guy I met called Ferran. He's like real sound. He's like a little bit younger than me, but it's proper like such a small world. Like the Spanish community in Bristol is so well connected. Like it turns out like his cousin who lives with in Easton is like guy I used to work with at St. Christopher's last year, this Spanish guy called Ruben, who's like real safe. Gosh, so fucking hell. But yeah, he came mushroom picking with us like a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, that was really cool. So man, that was safe. Like we had like a big mix. So we had a couple of beers and stuff, and yeah, he's down lad. Yeah, so that was cool. But yeah, so I've been socialising a bit, which has been nice. Yeah, I've just been taking it easy really bad. I'm just like kind of trying to be careful with my money. Yeah, I've got some backy. Just been kind of gonna like take it easy and yeah, some backy. Yeah, and trying not to spend my money, kind of. But I'm just not very good with money. Basically, just really bad at managing my money. It was helping. But yeah, but I'm doing alright, mate. I'm doing alright. Wouldn't mind buying a new car. If you want to go and buy me a new car like you did before, like that time, then that'd be great.
Yeah, mate. I was considering it like a few weeks ago, mate. But at the moment, I don't know what's happening with my housing. Like this is exactly the same thing. Like I had one person, this guy Matt, that was dealing with my housing. Sent him through all the details. He was like, "Yeah, well, I'll approach Westwood, try and get your eviction notice. I'll approach some housing for you in London, try and get you some supported accommodation, and I'll approach." In
London? Are you sure you want to move to London, mate?
Well, at the time, I was exploring different ideas, mate. But he said, "I'll try and get you some supported accommodation, and I'll try and approach Teambridge so that I can get you." We can apply for a DHP to get the repairs done in your house. Anyway, met him on Wednesday, all good. Then I got into the Watertown on Thursday, and like they were like, "Oh yeah, no, he's actually left the business now." So, "Oh right, really?" It's like, "Yeah, tomorrow's his last day." I was like, "All right, sweet." Then there was another woman who started to work for me, who started to work for them, and she applied in Watertown. She was like, "Yeah, I'm an out of area. I'm an inpatient discharge coordinator. I'll help you out." I was like, "Okay, wicked." And then I started to deal with her, and then like put through some details for her, and then she's just like, "Oh, sound," just like completely fucking disappeared. from the business, and now she's just left the ward round. And when I asked him at ward round, I was like, so where's this woman that's going to help me with my discharge? Like, nope, she's just gone now, buddy. She's got nothing to do with your care anymore. So okay, like I'd spoken to her and asked her for her NHS email address, and she wouldn't provide me with one. And I emailed the PALS team, right, which is the Patient Advice Liaison Service, Devon Partnership NHS Trust. Emailed them, and they sent me an email back saying that she didn't work for them. So it was like she said she had an NHS email address, but she wouldn't provide it to me. And then when I emailed the NHS, they put it in writing and said this person doesn't work for us. I was like, what the fuck? And then I went back to the ward down and was like, where is this woman? And then they're just like, oh, she's like left. So she's anything to do. It's the second member of staff who apparently NHS staff who I've tried to help with finding housing and discharge stuff, and they've just completely left the business. In addition to the clinical lead from last year, who as soon as I showed him the evidence of me being unlawfully detained for like fucking 3 months by Cygnet, also just left the business. 3 members of staff who, as soon as I interact with them, have just quit their job and handed in their notice. It's like, what the fuck? Like, so I don't really know.
It's just kind of staff turnover, Brody, I think is what you'll find, mate.
No, mate, it's
and all
fucking that's what it is. It's because they know that they're like completely fucked and they've lied in writing. There's not really much they can do about it, and it's like, yeah, like everyone in the building's called fucking Brody and Lily Allen. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, how anyone could be so utterly stupid as to try and construct a business where, like, literally everyone dresses exactly like me. They all have their hair exactly like Lily, and they're literally all called fucking Lee, Allen, fucking Ian. Like, little Lee, little Alan, little Ian. All the nurses have got fucking pink hair. Like, all the staff are called fucking Bradley and fucking... Broadley, like Brion, like literally there's like 5 guys with the same black Nike hoodie as me. Like, I bought a pair of brown shoes, and there's someone in here that looks exactly like Paul Conroy. Like, I don't know if he's related to him, but he's bought exactly the same pair of brown shoes as me, exactly the same fucking blue shirt. It's like these people are fucking tools, man. Like, I don't know how the fuck they think they're going to get away with it, but it's just like, obviously.
Mate. Well, I'm gonna go, mate. I'm gonna go because I'm pretty knackered. But yeah, that sounds kind of stressful, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know what to say, mate. Do you know if they're giving you any more sort of an update about what the plan is with you, Germany?
Well, like I said, a couple of war rounds ago, mate, it was cool. Like, I was there, and they said they were just like, yeah, we'll release you. You know, we'll try and find you some accommodation, and we'll sort out what's happening with that. And then the next war round, it's like one ward round, my responsible clinician's there, and then in the next ward round, he's not there. He only seems to be coming to like every other ward round, which is pretty fucked up. But yeah, basically, I don't know, mate. Like, when I was at one of them, they're like, yeah, we'll try and find you supported accommodation. And then the next one, they're just like, don't want to talk about discharge accommodation. Basically, one of them wants to give me, just constantly wants to increase my medication, which isn't really necessary because all the other ones are saying that I've made a recovery and I'm ready for discharge. So it's like they're completely playing different ends of the chorus. Like, one of them saying, we think you're ready for discharge into the community, you'll be absolutely fine if we put you into supported accommodation, which I feel that I would. And the other ones are saying, we want to keep you here and increase your medication. So, I mean, yeah, like, I don't really know. And, all the staff that are meant to be dealing with my discharge keep fucking quitting their jobs, and no one explains to me why, put it in writing or confirm it. My care coordinator, I've tried to phone 10 times and they haven't answered the phone. My solicitor has ignored me for over a month and isn't even registered with the SRA. The tribunal have just tried to say that I haven't got the mental capacity to choose a solicitor, which they all said at the beginning of the tribunal. They were like, yeah, of course he's got mental capacity, including my responsible clinician. But then after they reviewed the evidence that I submitted to them, they realised that they were all completely screwed, and that they were doing a tribunal for a sectioning that doesn't exist, for someone that's basically been kidnapped and is being illegally fucking held in hospital. So they just fucking adjourned it, mate. So at the moment, bro, I mean, there is no plan, mate. I mean, I don't know. What I'd like them to do is just give us a big fucking bag of cash, say we're really sorry, we're a bunch of fucking monsters.
That's not going to happen, Brody.
We'll never do it again, and we're going to release you. Just wipe your fucking laptops and your phones. Let's just try and forget all this ever happened and get on with our lives. What's probably going to happen is they're going to keep fucking up, trying to fucking cover their tracks, trying to set me up, making themselves look like fucking idiots, and, ruining all of our lives in the process, mate. But I'm sorry I've been out of touch, mate, and I'm sorry I'm so fucking disorganised, and mate, I don't know what to fucking say. I'm like, I'm just really kind of like highly strung at the moment, mate, and I'm not really very focused, and I'm not being very productive, and I'm probably not very sensible or diplomatic half the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really my concern, mate. I appreciate you coming from. Yeah, just don't worry about any of that, mate. Just try and just focus and just keeping your shit together, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm pretty mashed off the meds quite a lot of the time, mate. But like,
yeah, exactly.
But
there's nothing you can do about that right now. Is there? It's like,
yeah, I don't know, mate. Yeah, it's just one of those things, mate. But anyway,
man. I mean, I'm gonna say goodbye, mate, because I want to get on moving. I'm gonna take a class or something. But yeah, good to hear from you anyway, mate. And you sound sort of more or less well anyway. But yeah, but I'll catch up with you the next day or two, alright?
Yeah, okay, mate. What hours are you working tomorrow?
4 till 10:30.
What, 4 in the afternoon till 10:30 at night? So you're available tomorrow during the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. For a quick thing, I guess. I mean, stuff I want to try to get done, but
yeah, I mean, I haven't actually. To be fair, like I spoke to West Country, and they still haven't served my eviction notice, and I've asked them to reconsider doing a housing transfer, but I don't know what's happening with that. But yeah, I have to sort something out. But there's a possibility I might be able to get a housing transfer, a swap, which would be pretty fucking gigs. It means they haven't got to evict me, and I'll just get a house that I can afford to live in. Which would be fucking.
I'm pretty sure if you give them notice, then that'll be much easier to do that, won't it?
Well, it's funny how they kept on like manipulating you into saying that they were about to change the fucking locks when
they
weren't.
No one's manipulated me to do anything really. It's just.
Well, the times when they kept on saying that they couldn't get hold of me and like trying to get you to phone me hundreds of times back in the summer. But like,
I'll speak to you about it anyway, right?
Yeah, cool. Okay, mate. Well, look, try and have a good evening. I'll try and have an early night, and I'll try and be more productive. Yeah, I'll let you know what happens. Basically, I've got my war down on Thursday.
So I was just thinking about it with you.
Okay. So who are these two girls in your house? Just remind me before you go. You got you and Rishi and two girls there now. That's it. Isaac moved out.
No, everyone is still here. Me, Isaac, Sienna, and Hannah.
And Rishi.
No.
Oh, Rishi was just over for a cup of tea or something.
No, it was. No, that's right.
Well, is he still living there with you? With I mean, what's the makeup of the house? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Just a second. Yeah, sorry, mate. Rishi was just like hanging around. Now we basically like Rishi about to leave the other day because I kind of realised I'd been there for quite a while. And I hadn't really paid us any rent and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I need to chat to mate. I was like, no, cool, mate. I'll just go. And I was like, okay. Right. So he kind of just like left, but yeah, it was yeah, just a bit of whilst he was there in the room, but he's left now. So yeah, so it's me, Isaac, Rishi.
You, Isaac, Sienna, and Rishi. I thought you said he'd left.
Oh, fucking sorry, not Rishi. I was like, babes. Me, Isaac, Sienna, and Hannah. Sorry, not Rishi.
Okay, cool. All right, mate. That's sound. And everyone's paying their rent and stuff. Yeah, you're not sort of like.
Sorry.
Everyone's paying their rent and stuff.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. I mean, I'm a bit behind on my rent, but yeah, that's why I could really use the £100, mate. But yeah.
All right, mate. Well, look, I'm going to wind it up. 29 minutes, and I've got to check that bit. It's a bit dodgy, but yeah. Obviously, it's a little bit shit. Me almost getting shot and blown up and stuff is pretty fucking scary, mate. But just trust me that I'll try and be all right, and I won't get poisoned or any of the other nasty, horrible things that these fucking psychopaths keep trying to do to me. And hopefully I'll be able to appeal to their better sense of reason. But take care of yourself, mate, and try and keep your chin up. And
I'm fine.
I'll try and get in touch with you, all right? And just know that everything's going to be all right. I know it's fucking scary and shit, horrible, mate, but you're the strongest man in the world, and you'll be all right. You know?
I know, mate. I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't need to, mate. I'm fine. I'm a good boy now, mate.
All right, bro.
All right, mate. Okay, man. All right, well, lots of love, mate. Take it easy.
Safe. All right, bro. Lots of love. I'll be in touch, yeah? Take it easy.
All right, mate.
Okay,
Cheers,
mate.
man.
Cheers. Bye.